All right, switching to deflector screens. Greetings and welcome to Die Drink and Die presents all Adams in every slot for some reason. Let's see. Let me fix this. We'll fix it very slowly. XSplit, you're always a treat. There's my face. Adam's in the right spot. Ahmed's in the right spot, and then we've got a marky mark. Give me a second. There we go. Let's try this again. Greetings and welcome to Die Drunk and Die presents Grimstone Chronicles, Season 1, Episode 38? 37. I'm your DM and host, Marty, joined by the full Ontario crew. We were chatting beforehand, your mics are now warm, and we did some treasure divvying and just sort of chatting and hanging out while doing the treasure divvying, and now it is time for us to start game. Apparently, everything is in the wrong spot.
The whole treasure divvying thing was like, that's a lot of treasure. We fought a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes, a lot of treasure, a lot of dudes, a lot of treasure, a lot of dudes.
Yep.
All right.
There are a lot of little items that kind of trickled down into the party sheets, and there was some swapping of items, and who's got a +3 here? That kind of discussion that isn't the most riveting to watch, but it's a little bit fun. I'm just not too sure where it fits in with watching VODs and that sort of thing.
If one of us ever develops a proper auctioneer voice, we will do that online. +3 belt over here. Who needs a +3? Who needs 2,000 gold pieces for +3 belt? 2,000 from the rich guy over there.
It's easy to do an auctioneer voice for 10 seconds. Do that shit for like an hour straight. It's
no problem. I have kids. I can do it all fucking day. Don't hit your brother. Don't stab your brother. Stop kicking him around. Get your food. Go brush your teeth. Do your fucking homework. God, I hate you kids. You can't have cookies for breakfast. Put those back. What the fuck do you want? I said grab your shoes. They're in the closet. Go get your shoes. I said no cookies for breakfast. Put them back. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Oh my god. Yeah, I agree with Adam. For about 10 seconds, you can probably pull it off, and then for an hour, you need to really develop your kind of like your filler speech.
It's a state of flow.
Yep.
Where you're actually thinking about different things, and your mouth is doing a.
Yep. It would also probably help if you know how to circular breathe.
Yeah.
Interesting. Which I cannot.
It is a voice that I'm not going to spend time developing.
Working on. Just being like in the shower, auctioneering. Can
I have the soap? Where's the soap?
Don't drop the soap. The thing about letting it flow is do you know what's going to come tumbling out? Which is, you need to work on your gibberish almost, like speaking in tongues almost in between actually having coherent thoughts.
There's filler
right?
syllables in there, right?
Yep. Like you're not actually saying anything, but the stuff that you're saying gets interweaved inside. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Funny. How's everyone?
Good. Pretty good.
I went bouldering today, and then I went at the bouldering place. Well, I went to a place called Boulder Park in Toronto.
Sorry, I need to explain something. Because of what Adam keeps talking about, bouldering does not mean grabbing boulders and throwing that shit. Right. He means climbing boulders.
Yeah,
continue.
Yeah. No, because I'm much more comfortable with picking up rocks and throwing them, like throwing stones. I would call those stones instead of boulders, but I went and did that, and it was actually really. I was really happy with it. It was really fun. I am really tired. I weigh more than twice anyone else who's doing that.
That guy is signed to catch. He's like, fuck this.
Well, the thing about bouldering, it doesn't have it's there's short runs, so you only go up about 20 feet, and then there's like a crash mat that you land in, so you kind of just you tuck and roll on your way down. I was really happy. I was able to do of the easy ones. I was able, like, I did runs and stuff. I did some moves. I did some switches and just doing some stuff, and all being like, "Hey, I thought this would be impossible, but I'm doing it. It's possible. Fucking it's awesome." And then I squatted all the weight they had in the gym because I had a squat rack and some plates, so I put all the plates on the bar and I did a squat workout afterwards. And now I'm really tired. I ate 2,000 calories of Burger King, and I'm still tired and a little bit hungry, and I might gas out somewhere in the
I
session.
hope you have a comfortable toilet. If you ate 2,000 calories at Burger King, I imagine you will gas out at some point. You're just gonna stare into nothingness, like, Adam, are you okay?
Burger King, it's probably pretty easy to hit 2,000 calories.
2 big
What do
ass
you have?
sandwiches and a
Burger?
fry.
Yep. Yeah.
It was, what's your biggest sandwich? I'll take that one with bacon on it. 2 of them.
Yep. There's a day's worth of calories right there.
Yep. Yeah.
For those of us that aren't lifting 500 pounds. Ahmed, what's going on with you, man?
All good. I realized today that Monday was a day off. So I was like, fuck yeah. It's like winning the lottery, really. I was like, yeah. So
I honestly imagine I'd be a little happier if I was. I mean, a big jackpot.
It was good. It was good, Other than that, really not much. Kids starting online schooling soon. So we'll see how the hell that goes.
Ottawa doesn't do, or never mind, whatever. Maybe not the forum.
Quebec is supposed to be doing forced. Every kid is going online, but going physically to the schools. But we should be having newborn soon, so we got exempt.
Okay.
Fucking lucky.
And Mark, how's Pathfinder Kingmaker?
I killed a Cyclops today. I got very lucky because I was 7th level and my followers were 6, and we got him with a hideous laughter spell. So we kicked his ass to half hit points before he got up and basically whooped my meat shields. It came down to like one kineticist bolt that put him down. Like, whoo!
Wait, you created Dugan?
No, not quite. He's a fire kineticist.
Okay.
Fire
kinesis is the best one because it's energy, and energy is touch attack. So
yes,
you did the right thing.
And with the way, like, I can't do what you do, so he's just a kineticist, and he's a halfling, so his con's not through the roof, so the bonus damage isn't worth it to for the, like, he hits almost every time.
That's cool. Yeah, what you're making reference to is that I hack the file so I can get Gestalt characters.
Yes.
So why would you go with halfling instead of gnome? That's just a question. If the idea.
I'm trying to remember.
Dex and small.
Dex con.
Dex. That's what it was. I wanted the Dex.
Gnomes get con. They don't get Dex.
They get con charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted the Dex. That's what it was. I wanted a small character with Dex.
But he hits all the time already.
It's because he's got a better Dex. That's why.
Oh.
It's the only reason, Adam.
Okay. I got you.
When you play the game, Adam.
So the other exciting news, we went through another upgrade to my house for internets. We're testing it out tonight. If I don't have any shit the beds, because I had a shit the bed last night, which made me not happy.
Yep.
If this works, then we're awesome. Like, the speed test from my machine that I'm working on here is 3 times higher than it was before. I should be getting 500 megabit down.
Nice.
I previously was getting 60 megabit down. I'm now getting 180 megabit down at this machine. If that doesn't work, I've already drilled a hole in the floor to route the cable. The cable will be plugged in for tomorrow's session, and if that doesn't work, Rogers is coming to rewire the entire outside run. So it's going to be fixed, because they told me for 6 months that, we can't go in your house to fix anything. Now you can, so fix it.
Wear a mask, get to fixing. Nice.
It was really frustrating. The dryer man, the guy that came down and checked the dryer, he could come in, but the guy for the internet, dryer important, internet not. Was like, somebody in the government's dumb. But anyways, I digress.
Why don't we do a recap of what happened last game?
Killed everything.
They find the keep occupied by a force of kobolds and human thugs, led by the blue half-dragon named Langdedrossa. The half-dragon is also accompanied by a cowled wizard, an unholy priestess, and an old blue dragon! ! After a brief skirmish, Langdedrossa and the dragon offer terms, which the party reluctantly accepts. Deity keeps Capra from going on a murderous spree. Capra and Cog track the retreating kobolds to a lair in the sewers beneath the Six Corners neighborhood. The party returns to Steel Rose Mill to rest after a long evening of battles. And that is where we're going to pick things up. I'm just on the conversation layer. I don't know if there's any conversations that you guys want to have. Capra, maybe fill the group in with what you found. Cog, Capra.
Yep.
Hey, so
You guys are camping. You guys are camping not in the Steel Rose Mill, but in the warehouse, because it's the only place where there wasn't so much detritus from the battle. The bodies are going to start to get rank in a moment. The sounds of fighting that evening and hollers and movement throughout the streets, like Steel Rose. The South Wall district is alive with chaos.
Marty,
Yeah.
what happens if an earth elemental picks up something and then burrows into the ground? Does something it's now carried thing?
You probably go with you, yeah.
Okay, and then what happens if you drop it underground while you're burrowing?
It's bad.
When I need to hide the bodies later, it's. We'll just replace the foundations with the dead guys.
What our home is built on.
Some really weird archaeology thousands of years from then. Some guy with a jackhammer trying to get through some rock. What the fuck? Perfectly preserved corpses in the rock.
So we found the way to get to the thing with the people, and there's lots of kobolds down there, and then, yeah. So we're gonna go down there, and then he's gonna get the people back, and then we have to go deal with the jitters, right?
Let's start with the saving of the people.
Yeah.
The dragons down there, and they said the masters as well. Need to figure out who they are.
Oh, the dragons down there, or the dragon mon is down there?
I think I don't think the large one.
The tunnels are really tiny. No dragon's gonna fit down there.
I think the armored one, the one that was the our size.
Yeah, okay. Because there's a bit of a fucking difference.
Didn't the Imperium hunt all the dragons? I thought the Imperium hunted all the dragons.
Yeah, but you get so if that was really a dragon, it kind of looked like a dragon, but we should have checked, but we didn't check, so I guess it's a dragon. Anyways, the dragon, if it is, there's like really big bounties, but you need to be special because you're supposed to be like a special rat catcher to go get the dragons.
Maybe they hunted lots of them when there were lots of dragons, and that's why there's so few of them.
Yeah, so you're supposed to get a permit. But also, they don't want dragon infestations because then they steal all the treasure.
Oh.
I don't think we got to worry about a dragon infestation.
We already had the dragon steal a bunch of treasure. We've already seen that that's a thing.
Okay, but let's look at the bright side. Okay, no, they did steal that treasure. Fuck them.
I don't believe that you're using the terms correctly.
Well, yeah, I guess Doaki's a dragon, so they didn't hunt all of them, but I thought they hunted all the big ones.
Especially all the bad ones.
Just like the Imperium hunted all the Fae.
No, they didn't. Oh. Well, they killed lots. They killed the Fae Lords.
Well, maybe the... Wait a sec.
Oh, but did they, Dee?
What are the blue ones like? Knowledge arcane.
Yep.
It was blue, right?
Well, I'll tell you what the blue ones are. They're majestic. That's everything to do with the color.
No, that one was mean.
23 knowledge arcane.
Blue dragons tend to come from deserts. They are earth subtype dragons. In a general sense, they are known to. They're known for their trickery. Not in a happy sort of way. In a very dominating sort of way.
Are they known for strict sort of structures or that sort of thing, or are they more like the red?
I think with DD auto aiding, you could probably figure out that they are more lawful bent.
Well, they maybe they get along. We should. Okay. Once we get the right tools and our paperwork all submitted, we should just go and get some paperwork submitted. That's what we should do. And
They're
then
not gonna give us a permit for a fucking dragon.
no. Not a permit to keep a dragon, a permit to kill a dragon.
They're not gonna give us one of those either.
But
What happens?
Because they're not gonna believe there's a fucking dragon to hunt.
well then,
Agony, have you ever met any dragons?
Not that I know of. Aside from Doaki. And now this one. So 2.
we need a scale or a dropping or a tooth or a little bit of a wing.
We could have taken it.
I was completely out of spells. I was not in any shape to fight.
That's why you're weak. You're dependent on your juice.
I think we should have tried. But
I don't know. It was scary. I didn't want any of you to die.
Oh yeah, some of us would have fucking died.
I do not disagree with the satisfactory nature of the outcome that we did the thing.
See, and that's Sonny. He's the wisest of us.
The dragon was there for a reason, says Agony.
Oh, he gives us a lot of treasure to fucking take out.
Well, we should see. I'm really confused about. So we need to, but then the thing with we need to find out. But we need to find out later because if we do the thing now, then they're going to know the thing before we get there, and then we're going to have to do the thing that we need to do. So after we go down there, we go get the people back, and we save my uncle, we save all the people that we got captured, and then we're going to come back out, and we're going to get the stuff out, we're going to clear the thing, we're going to get rid of all the little bad guys, and then we're going to come back, and then we can inform the thing about the dragon, and then see if it's okay with the permit, and it'll be okay.
I'll tell you
Capper,
what.
I think you need to calm down.
If you get a permit, I will strongly consider joining you on your quest to hunt this dragon.
Okay, but we are gonna first. Okay.
Yeah, first the first part.
Okay, first the first part, because what if they say no and don't touch it? They told us no, so if you don't ask and you didn't get told no, then it's okay. It's more okay.
So
Right.
basically, what I understand is if there are dragons out there and there are still survivors, then they have ways of hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're so small that they are not of any major concern, like Doaki. Doaki's a wormling. I know that much. It takes 2 to dance.
To infest.
Dragons are not an infestation.
Agree to disagree.
Agony shoots
Best
you a
be
look.
careful. He's surprised how many humans consider the Fae an infestation.
Oh, the Fae shouldn't be acting untowardly. Like, think of a dog, like a happy little puppy dog. When you have a happy little puppy dog and he's doing his happy little puppy dog job, he's a puppy dog. But if you have two puppy dogs and they're not doing their puppy dog job, instead they're doing the puppy dog, and making dog, now you have a dog infestation.
I don't think we should upset Capper. He's a little on the weird side right now.
Are you actually saying you don't like a box of puppies?
Well, I like a box of puppies when their job is to be a box of puppies. As long as they're supposed to be a box of puppies, it's perfect. They're a box of puppies, they're a box of puppies.
I like a box of puppies.
Dogs are dirty.
Would you all shut up?
Yeah, seriously, this is getting fucking weird. We killing these people or what?
Talking about fucking puppies and
We're not
infestations.
doing-
Where's the fucking lair? Where's our gold?
The gold is in the
That's
lair,
what I'm talking
and
about.
I'm on the way, but first we should take a nap and get our zens, because we can go right now. Captain just checking. we just brew up a little bit of the juice.
Poop the juice.
Just brew the juice.
No, I need my rest.
Okay, so we're gonna go in the morning, and I will lead. We know the way. It's below 5 quarters. And
Well, no, after rest, we're gonna go in like the afternoon.
You guys came back. It was around dawn.
Yeah, it was morning. Yeah.
It's morning for somebody. Somewhere. It's gotta be morning. Okay.
Right, this afternoon we'll go to your lair.
Right. Because they'll be drunk in the afternoon with their one.
Sure.
Perfect. Also, they're not people; they're an infestation. Just a correction on the words there.
Good
Fine.
to know. Now I don't have to feel guilty about all the blood I will shed.
Exactly.
I'll start stacking the bodies, I guess.
Like cords of wood.
Yeah. Slake doesn't sleep. He ends up kind of stacking the bodies like cords of wood and separating any salvageable material from the people in front of the building. You guys sleep lightly this evening, as there are sounds of combat and chaos that actually starts to get louder.
Sonny is going to use a wild shape and appropriate some bird nest and bring it inside there and plunk it down. And I'm a tiny little birdie and I'm sleeping in the rafters. This is how we're not taking no bullshit.
All right, so you can take 10 on your survival check. You go and find a bird nest that was used last spring because it's like in the border of. It is now winter. Basically, next morning will be
it's mine now.
First day of winter. You find a bird nest and make it look realistic, I guess. Nice.
Oh, look at Sonny, he's so cute. I don't think that's how birds sleep, though. No, they don't sleep with their feet in the air.
He's like touching the feet.
Dead cockroach.
little claws are responding to the.
He's so cute.
You guys have a nervous night, and you wake up at around noon. Really, jerk, Fox, random, and slowly begin to re-prepare your spells. By that point, Slake has basically cleaned the road. There are a lot of bodies that are outside. Hordes of flies have begun to gather. There are some carrion birds that are beginning to peck. It's at this point where if we kind of pull back, there are a number of fires and places where all-out looting and rioting are happening in Southwall District. It's at this point in time, after probably like a whole morning, 8 hours. It's been about 11 hours since the fighting began. That somebody in the upper part of the city has gone to relay a message to some of the officials that something is going on in the South Wall district.
This only takes. Wow. Somebody really should call the Order of Fosters. They need to clean this shit up.
Oh, the gallows humor.
It's so funny.
There's shit everywhere.
That's what happens when a lot of people die.
At least they'll come pick up some of their friends.
It's so funny.
Well, it's their job. I mean, they're well employed right now. They should ask for a raise.
What's the plan, Capra? This is Agony.
Okay. So we can either go in through the sewers or follow the sewers a little further back, or we could try to hop down through the streets at 5 corners. And then we're just going to sneak in, and we found a little tunnel down, and we're just going to sort of scooch through there and very quietly,
I doubt we'll be very popular in 5 corners, given all the widows and orphans we may have made.
Were we making widows and orphans? Nah. Who's the gang of 5 corners?
Knowledge local?
Question for the crowd.
Do you know?
Anyone?
I actually got to check with Julian's knowledge local. I think it's +8, but I might have upped it.
We should put a point in that.
Julian.
Okay.
Got a +8 still. Alright.
Knowledge locale.
25.
Yeah, DD aids.
29, not 20. Woo! Sorry.
Okay, so you aid. Yeah, you know who they are. They are called Sentinels of Man.
I don't think we saw any of them.
You haven't had much you haven't had any interaction with the Sentinels of Man, at least that you knew of. I didn't come up with this gang.
Oh, I might have. I was doing a section. I don't remember though. It's been a while since
Is there a section, or is there some idea?
Yeah, there'll be a section. Hang on.
6 corners. Oh, okay, never mind. I can read.
They added an extra corner.
Oh yeah, these guys don't like any non-humans. They're human-centric.
Huh. We might just. You know what? Why don't we just take the sewers from the? We know the way from. We just, we'll just scooch down and then we'll go from. Although, the sewers underneath Steel Rose and in our district in general are blocked, I believe, at least in parts.
Well, we could go back to the Sylvan Acres and go through the sewers there, where you guys disappeared.
Well, you can just have to go quickly and sort of scooch through. Unless we find have an accident, it'll be fine. But we probably we don't want to do that until we get back the Nighthorn or somebody, because somebody can't just and then there'll be nobody left because you need somebody to be in charge.
Okay. So stealth into Sylvan Acres, go into the sewers, and then attack the kobolds and whatever's there.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're going to be putting up most of our spells in the sewers.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know the way, and this kind of thing. If we get a couple, it'll be fine.
Feels like there's like a, if this is what you guys are doing, feels like there's like a party stealth check. I
wonder how badly we do.
I wonder if there's a way to do like a group stealth check, a la like 2nd edition.
Second Ed. So 2nd Ed, it was like Oscar's skill trick to be like, everybody use my stealth.
But it was only part of yours, right? So
it was my proficiency bonuses and their other like their dex and their
dex, yeah, their stats. Is there an oil of silence or stealth or something that we could use? Just pour on Drake.
Slake is the problem, and if you pour an oil of something on Slake, if it's magical, he punches you in the jaw.
If it's an oil, is it if a magic potion gets poured on something and no one hears it,
then you get punched in the jaw.
then you get punched in the jaw. Oh, hey, Slake. Oh, shit.
So I think if we do something like that, it would be Slake would. So we would move it like half the speed of max half speed of the character aiding.
Yeah, I would allow some of the invisible characters to aid the slower characters. So there could be stealth checks with some bonuses. It sounds like
right.
A good idea.
So like Capra is basically invisible compared to everyone else, like compared to the like the other not.
Dugan and Dee have no problem stealthing because they're flying invisible creatures.
Capra's stealth is plus 22 before buffs.
Okay.
Desaad is plus 23.
Perfect. So we'll just put them in not a problem category. Desaad is also not a problem.
Cog is
Agony's got a stealth of plus 7, so
he's
not good.
Cog is plus 13. 15 with a buff.
Okay, better.
Sunny.
Stella.
Sunny, without any, without using a wild shape, has a stealth of plus 2.
He stays behind. Stella's a plus 14. So she's borderline with Cog.
So I think Sunny turns into the little bat. And we'll use the little bat for the first chunk of this.
Okay. Not a problem. You went from plus 2 to not a problem.
Yes.
All right, and then Amadeus, his stealth is...
Let's check.
This character sheet's so long.
Amadeus has
his stealth is 7.
Yeah, he's in the...
Also known as a problem.
Grapples the stealth check.
Grapples your eyeballs.
I can cast invisibility on myself, says Agony. I think he's got invisibility. No, yes, he does. He'll cast invisibility on him in Amadeus at the right time.
Okay, so a couple of invisibility spells, and then, well, which Slake is the problem. So
once we get in there, we need to find the hostages as soon as possible.
Okay.
Just saying, it would be.
I don't know if we need the invisibility spells. We have Slake. What's Slake's stealth?
His dex minus his armor, so plus 1 minus his ACP of -1. It's actually much better.
So it's 0.
0.
So two
I stealth like this. They see me, I punch them out. They can't see me anymore.
That's one way to do it. So can the people who are not a problem in the not a problem category assist the people who are in the problem category? I'm mostly thinking like the invisible fae. Could they like distract other things?
Yeah. They can. You can do aids. You could do a whole like crew of aiding Slake. So with 5 of you, you could be at plus. You could be at a plus 10.
Give it plus 10.
Yeah,
which is better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Okay, so you take like a net and stick it over top of them, and like stick like stuff in the net to kind of make him look irregular. You put pads on his feet. This is stupid.
Well, magic is faster, right? Capra ducks behind Slake.
Yeah. You know what was casting magic? Those little flying fucking kobold things. And they had a wizard. I wanted to punch that wizard really bad.
They also had a priest lady? You think the bat is laughing. You think the bat is laughing. Oh, the bat is joyous. It's a happy bat. Here's a few. Yeah, the lady wasn't very nice, but
I wanted to kill her myself. It's annoying me.
It's about 2 p.m. in the afternoon by the time you guys have done your daily preps and finished rest. Some of the warrior types are eager, ready to go. You set out into your neighborhood. Are you sneaking through your neighborhood, or are you just walking like bosses through your neighborhood?
Get to your fucking house! Shut the fuck up!
Oh, good. So, is there violence in our neighborhood?
Yeah. So you walk outside and you can see Granomir, like sitting in a windowsill with a couple wands in his hands, and he like was about to cast a spell at you. He seems to not be in a conversive mood.
Have a nice day, Granomir.
I'm fucking closed.
Okay. The streets are littered with dead people. Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, the streets in the immediate vicinity aren't very busy. You catch a couple of youths seem to be running from one alley to another, like they had something in their hands. You could see signs.
Put that shit down and go home to your mama.
You could see some people. Some of the homes have been broken into, while others look like they're in the process of being boarded up or have been sort of boarded up. The palpable smell of smoke and dead and fear would be another way to describe it. You pick your way through your neighborhood. It doesn't seem to be, aside from the big battle around the Steel Rose Watch and the damage to the buildings around that neighborhood, most of your neighborhood's okay.
There was a focal point for ire.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. There are people that see you. Some point, some quickly go indoors. Others just gawk as the obvious war party sets out. One guy gives you a nod, tips his hat as you guys are going by. You've had this really weird relationship with the people in your neighborhood. You've never quite ingratiated with them. You never told them what the rules were, but you didn't collect any taxes, and you spent a lot of money in the markets. Mm-hmm. So there's probably like an indifferent almost. You have your business and we have ours, and seems to be okay.
We agree to disagree on certain things and we just get along.
Cog, there is a group of people that runs up to you, however, in the street, and they seem to have armed themselves. And I don't have tokens for all.
I'm not buffed yet. Hold on.
There are.
Do they have big hats?
No. Oh yeah, some of them. There are 10 half elves and elves. Actually 11 of them and a gnome. That make 12. The gnome you recognize, who seems to be
there. He is. I told you he's clockwork,
and they're people that come running over. Winder Pindledrum is the gnome clockwork clockmaker that you saved months ago. You don't know where all these elven, half-elven toughs came from, but
these guys is a little bit defensive. What can I do for you?
Is it true? You've got a warrior stone inside you?
Yes.
How much will you give us for
it? It's backhand.
I was curious. What?
Yeah, funny.
He's one of the heroes of the war.
We fought back then, yes.
Yeah, we heard about that war, the Settler War.
Yes.
We've
Against
also
the
seen
humans.
you train with Delthan.
Yes,
I
we've been training with him.
I sort of, if you don't mind, says Winder, I sort of mentioned that perhaps you might be able to teach these young lads in the ways of elvish fisticuffs or whatever it is you do.
Yes, it'd be my pleasure.
The most important rule of elven fisticuffs is don't have your arms fall off after you shoot the bow.
Telego. I can put it back on. Actually, I put it back on. But
Okay. What should we do? And there's 11. There are 10 like not very well armed or equipped half elves, a couple of elves. They look like they're eager to help. Winder is there, and one of the 11 elves seems to be carrying some potions on his belt. You might recognize an alchemist when you see one. Your followers have arrived.
right on. Well, make sure that nobody here does. Make sure that things don't get any worse than they already are. Then go back to the warehouse. Wait for us there. When I return, we will begin our training.
Which warehouse?
The warehouse. I point to our factory.
To the steel mill. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the warehouse out back.
All right, we'll wait there.
Try to avoid the bodies, and let anyone know that stops you that Cog has given you permission.
Oh, okay.
You probably should have just.
Look for the body pile stacked about yay high. They look worried. We heard there was a lot of fighting. They
don't. Okay, he didn't say it, but he kind of meant
What
it.
is it, Copper?
Tell them not to start any shit. Like just back off.
Try to keep your heads down.
Just let them do the thing. And...
If you see innocents that are being threatened
The Minotaur
with their lives.
The Minotaur and the kobold, they're our friends.
Yeah.
Yes. They reside with us.
Okay. They ask if they could gather some folk and shelter there.
That sounds good.
Go ahead.
Okay. Wait a second. Okay. Nobody's still.
What is it, Capra?
Is anybody still looking to kill us?
Well, they're not us.
Okay. Alright.
Should be safe.
Okay.
Do not get into the main factory. There was a cloud kill cast in there. We're hopefully cleared out, but still, just in case, don't go into the main factory.
The bat's freaking out and doing a dance. No method of understanding what's trying to dance out.
This is a bat.
Okay. Your followers, which consist of 3 half-elf or elf monk 2s, 7 half-elf or elf monk 1s. Winder Pindledrum is a gnome wizard 1 expert 2, specialist in clock making, and then a male elf alchemist 2. You've got some guys that could fight with their hands. You've got a person that can help patch you back together or assist on checks, and then you've got a budding alchemist that wants to learn from. from Cog.
This, for alchemists, these are the words of wisdom. AC, AC, AC.
What's an AC?
All right. During the chaos, it looks like they've turned to leadership, and in this case, it is what they believe is an elven hero from a bygone age that has somehow survived in an elf stone.
Unbelievable hero. I like that.
They ain't wrong.
Nope.
What's funny is Tella's sitting there going, "It's just a medic."
No, she doesn't say anything.
Nope.
She looks at Cog, and she's loyal to Cog, so she just nods to Cog like this is a good thing.
Good.
It'll be
Probably
good.
teach them some archery as well.
It'll be good to teach them elvish things from before the time when everything was so polluted.
Agreed.
Is this
I'm glad that so many of them are
waiting
together.
around like we've got all the fucking time in the world?
You're really like, how long? I guess he's a human. Maybe that's a problem. Mostly human.
Taylor refuses to look at Amadeus in the face.
I didn't know that too. He's kind of ugly.
I'm gonna just start nuking the stuff that you have on your buffs and that sort of thing.
I the buffs off my token.
Oh yeah.
What's on there is
Right.
up.
Here.
It's all just gonna go back on in a moment, but
Yeah, but
can we get can I get Nighthorn here, please?
oh, okay.
yeah.
What did you do?
Is that?
What did you do?
That's right. At the end of the game, last game,
and the mutated Minotaur. or
that's
Centaur.
right.
no, the centaur you didn't.
I can't do it. I know.
You schlepped off the organic material from the centaur, but there was a very disturbing few moments.
Occupied.
Yeah.
Part of our game last night transferred to like a body horror type genre, a la The Fly.
They did get enough XP to level after last game, but there isn't time to level. Well, I guess they could take time to level, but
We're not doing that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that.
Sonny's could reincarnate today, but he's going to hold off until things have settled a little bit because he might get a goldfish like he needs to.
Goldfish. Nope. Reincarnate again.
and it does chew up some significant spell power with druid spells to like, I've got my animal companion back with 1 negative level, and it's
Fucking squirrel.
squirrel.
There will be some significant downtime at some point, but it appears that you guys keep on pushing it. All right, so I'm going to move your tokens to a map. First, I want your stealth check, which is a d20 plus 10 for you guys helping Slake, and then Amadeus and Agony. Agony's going to cast 2 spells. He's going to make both Amadeus and Agony invisible. Invisible.
Hang on. Dugan's going to use a couple charges to put mage armor on himself. Amadeus, who else wants the mage armor?
Yeah, Agony's going to do his own mage armor too.
Sonny did a mage armor.
Okay, so just 2 then.
All right, give me 3 stealth checks, basically, at plus 10.
Mark, you rolling?
No, I'm just after use 3 charges for my wand. Okay, I'm just making sure of that.
This is for helping Slake. The rest of you are able to sneak quite well.
26, 24, and 17.
Okay, you guys are able to sneak into the neighborhood. You're able to sneak through the neighborhood, and you may have been spotted going into the sewers. You don't know. It's just the mist is all cleared. There's a little bit of smoke where some buildings have burned out throughout the night. There are people picking their way through the streets. There seems to be some chaos, like people not sure what exactly has transpired. But yeah, you get into the sewers without encountering anyone, but you may have
If they
been
want
spotted.
to follow us through the river of Dookie, they can come follow us there.
The sewers are difficult to traverse in some spots, like single file for any of the medium-sized creatures. Not a problem for Dugan and Didi and the bat to not touch things that they don't want to touch, whereas the rest of you are kind of slogging through an active sewer where
I should have previously stated I will Capra will, now that we're in the sewers, cast the pass without traces.
cool.
Oh, we've got Slake with it. We're still gonna do it. A Slake showed up and punched you in the head.
So it's just Slake's the tracks that are being left into the sewer.
Just Slake tracks.
Okay.
Yeah. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he gets all the so he doesn't get Dugan or Sunny. He gets all the other all the other bipeds. And he just uses one spell.
I almost forget that I cannot smell. This is the foulness, says Taylor, when too many people live in the same spot.
Yes.
Pays well.
You don't. Yeah, well, humans.
Indeed. Okay, stop editing your tokens. I'm going to grab them and move them to a different map.
Okay. I'm going to start putting up my really long buffs. Cog knows where we are in relation to the place. He'll tell people we've got like 10 minutes before we get there, or 5 minutes before we get there, something like that.
Okay. You guys are in the sewers. Capra, you know up ahead there's a grate that leads down. I'm just going to make a little gray box for the grate. And the last time you were here, there were 2 sentries.
Okay.
And there's a big echoey room somewhere, probably at the bottom of those steps, where you heard a lot of chatter and a lot of talking.
Okay.
And what are you guys using for light?
Capra has a light spell cast.
God, I hate you. How about dark vision, you asshole? Fucking asshole.
I have dark vision, you asshole.
Yeah, you guys are around a corner. Didi and Dugan fluttered forward and came back when you saw that there are 2 kobolds with spears standing just at the end of a kind of a hallway, leaking stone all around it. It seems relatively dry, and there might be a ladder going down.
I think so there's a risk that there's a dragon in here. I think we're going to put up some of the important buffs.
Yep.
Sunny is going to cast a mass resist energy electricity.
Nice.
Or communal. He's going
20?
It's 20. And he
Nice.
gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He doesn't get. I don't think he gets Cog.
Okay, it's fine.
And then he doesn't get, I think, Dugan, because Dugan has a massively good reflex save, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
He's got a 17.
Okay, so this energy. Everyone else gets resistance.
So there's a bit. You guys are. Your sound is masked a little bit by several corners distance, and a bit of a sewage flowing from a pipe in noisily into a bit of a flow. Capper around this corner, and Didi and Dugan had kind of taken a quick jaunt over there and had a look. There is light coming from down below, just not a lot of it, just a bit of shadowy light. The two kobolds do not react to Dugan and Duty kind of flying ahead and taking a quick peek.
Capra's going to cast. We don't know how long today is going to be. He's going to cast a heroism on himself, and he's going to drink a mutagen. And see, invisibility will go up when he needs it. Cause...
Okay. Agony's going to cast a long arms and a shield.
Yep.
And we're going to put up a bark skin.
And then I think a mirror image.
Cog is doing mutagen barkskin heroism. And that drunkard.
Glug glug.
Yeah. Tella is doing heroism as well. Cat's not Cat's Grace, not yet.
Does anybody need an abundant ammo?
No.
Capra can cast his own abundant ammo.
Okay.
Here you go, Tila.
Yeah, Tella could use one.
Show me which arrow.
Dugan hits himself with a shield spell from a wand.
Nice.
She get shield. Yeah, it's the regular arrow. She doesn't have.
What?
Actually, hold on. Might as well use a good arrow.
Didi's going to cast communal delay poison on the party.
I think she gets 7 people. Like there's a. I think it's up to.
Is it caster level?
I think it's up to caster level, or it's 8. One of the two. I can't remember.
Creature's touch, you divide the duration in 1 hour intervals, and it's an hour per level. Okay, so she can only do this to 6 people. She's gonna get her. I'll put this on it. Communal delay poison.
Just in case, we're gonna put a gravity blow up.
So she's gonna grab herself and Dugan because little people don't get poisoned. Let's see. She's gonna do it to Sunny. It's gone on
leveled
your
yet. Once we
little bat.
level, I'm immune to poison, but haven't leveled yet.
1, 2, 3. Capra gets one. Desaad.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a 6th one will be.
Actually, Landhorn.
Cog, you're still affected by poison, right?
Yep.
Okay, I should put it on Cog.
We can't have our elven hero getting all poisoned now, can we?
He smiles at that.
Those guys said like you were amazing to them. Well, you're amazing to all of us. Shut up, Amadeus.
What? I didn't say anything.
You're gonna. I saw your lips doing
Shut
that
up, you
thing.
stupid fucking fairy.
Yeah. You're just fixing.
Easy, Amadeus.
Fuck you.
We're on the same side.
All right, we'll fix you.
She's antagonizing me.
I am Nighthorn right now.
Amadeus.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
Fuck
Capra.
up.
Desaad turns into your uncle.
Sorry, Capra. He does have quite the bonuses.
Oh, that's freaky.
I apologize. Here, he'll do a disguise to look like something else, but he's underneath Nighthorn.
Nighthorn was always well groomed. You could just rub some dirt on you.
Why? You know what? Let me give you a hand. Capra scoops up some shitty mud. He's fucking.
Alright, thanks, buddy.
All the goddamn time.
Yeah, there. Oh, sorry.
Capra.
Why would you do this, Capra?
Shut up.
All right.
Shut up. Quiet. We're sneaking, remember?
Agony is going to cast another spell. He's going to cast Resist Energy Fire on himself.
Just in case, El Kaboom. It is a fire planet. And I think Capra's gonna start snooking. We're gonna snook.
Okay.
And I think like a deity Dugan sort of like haha from the shadows is pretty effective against guards.
Yeah, I
right.
would say it's probably
the Fae move forward. The DC of this stealth check to sneak up on the kobold guards. It's pathetic. It's almost like their dying screams will be the will be
That's
the alert.
25.
Yeah.
they strike force teams.
DC 15.
Yeah, we can't.
So we
fail.
auto make it by more than 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna just sneak along and attack them, or are you gonna turn around the corner and fire arrows at them? What are you?
I think
what are
we're
you
going
doing?
to turn around the corner and just ranged attack them from here and try to like just all one unified surprise round get them.
Sure.
I gotta get closer.
That's fine.
Okay. Capra doesn't want to get closer because he doesn't have dark vision. I don't know if they have light.
Dugan's got dark vision.
There's a little bit of light coming from down here, like there's some distant torchlight.
Okay.
They're in dimly lit area. Dee Dee is using her own light as well, so they are dimly lit. There might be a percent chance.
We have low light, so they are in the.
Oh, okay.
They're in shadowy.
So you come around the corner with your own light spells, and
well, that's why it's pretty easy for them to notice.
Yep. They turn their heads towards the light. They're still not sure. They're clutching their spears.
Okay, Dugan's gonna.
I think we're dropping them.
Dugan will go first in the surprise round. Sure.
Well, okay. Have one make a fortitude save, DC 19.
Oh, this is how you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10.
Okay, so he is my ammo.
Okay, kobold lifts up.
19. Ace, nat 20.
You critical hit one kobold with the other. Can you crit with this?
I can crit with this. I would say the target can be critted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no. It says
it takes the damage of the.
They both the ammunition and the target both take the same damage. So that's what's written. So
okay.
Well, I got to confirm first, but
Don't roll a 1.
Flat-footed kobold 14.
Yeah. Okay, so that is a critical hit.
I'm gonna roll the crit.
We're not just calling him dead. Okay.
If you don't get through their con, they might be there going.
Could be reduced, and you roll minimum. Capra.
4. Oh. Okay, so just that damage is 60, and another.
No, I need a pound crit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right now.
Screaming critical. Your foe squeals in pain. Shit.
Standard.
Okay, so that damage.
60 damage. 60 damage to the ammunition and 56 to the target.
You more than doubled what their hit point plus their con is. So you basically pick up one, and in a second, one is basically crunched into the other one against the wall, and they're both dead. 3, they die loudly. 1, it's like, okay, there is a spear that tumbled, that kind of tumbled down. And there was like a. Let's see if you alerted anything. Ooh, the distances are big. That's
Not for long.
10, 15. Around a corner, 19. Up a thing, 23. And it was a spear dropping. Okay, they can't make that. What about these guys? Nope. All right, so Dugan winces as like his spear kind of tumbled down a little bit. You can hear it rolling around in the stone. All you can hear is like a distant chittering of kobolds. Like there's a bunch of them talking in an echoey space, but they're not rushing.
Going forward, and the rest of the group is staying 50 feet back or so. And...
Okay.
Dugan's checking traps, I guess. Quick. Well, he's got trap spotter anyway. But...
Okay, you're checking the stairs.
Yeah, just checking the stairs for...
This chamber opens up down below. It's a pretty high chamber. You are deep within the earth at this point. What's your perception for against traps?
Against traps is perception 26.
Okay, you don't see any traps around this area, but one of the things that you do see are heavy chains that go from links in the floor into the wall. You can see from here a portcullis.
Okay.
And you also see, I guess, you need to get a little bit closer.
Okay, I check around the corner.
Okay.
What the fuck?
All right, Dugan. You take a quick look. There is this massive primitive bone and leather shrine of a giant dragon head. At first you're like, it's not a fucking dragon, and you're like, no, that wasn't moving, and it had torches in its eye in its eyeballs. And you can see that there's a scattering of coins and maybe offerings around the primitive shrine. There were a bunch of kobolds on the other side of it that were facing towards the shrine, and what looked like little robed kobolds that were like talking to them. Like they were receiving some sort of religious sermon. You did catch a glimpse that there are a couple of winged kobolds that are up. There's about a 5-foot increase. This is actually a bowl that goes down. These stairs go,
Okay.
These ladders go down, giving height to this room. Let's see.
Very cool map.
There is a lever, which is probably for the portcullis that is here, and you noticed napping just on the other side of the portcullis was one of those
Dragons.
those little land dragon drake things. The smell of lizard piss in this place, probably from the kobolds as well as the big molting ambush drakes, is like really strong. There are braziers that are burning. Like these things have been down here long enough that they've erected a shrine. Like you get the sense that this place is going to be crawling with kobolds.
Okay.
No traps at the doorway.
No traps?
No.
All right. This portcullis, does it seem to be functional? Or?
Yeah, it is functional. It is this is the lever for it, and that will raise or lower the portcullis. These massive chains, you don't know what the purpose of these things are. It kind of looks like they're decoration. There might be offerings like that have been tied to the chains, but they're big like ship rigging chains.
Yeah,
like things that they stole probably from the harbor.
Okay, fly back.
Yeah, you hear a gasp from Deity, suggesting that she too kind of fluttered forward and took a quick look around the room. I don't know how to describe it.
Oh, it's a great big bowl with a big dragon thing on the middle with a bunch of kobolds around. I'm going to take care of that portcullis, make sure it doesn't open, because there's one of those angry dragon horses there.
Is there light down there?
There's some, yeah. They've got
things that are on fire.
So there was the flying ones?
Yeah, there's the flying ones. There's some ones that look like they're giving a sermon or something.
If the room was a clock, which hands would it be for the flying ones?
That would be 3, 9, and like, okay, if the clock's facing this way, it's still 3 and 9. But there's also one like
Okay, if the
2.
room was a piece of pie. Which part of the pie? He's like making it, which part of the pie?
Okay, your noisy folk are starting to inch up as they're.
Ooh. Okay, we're gonna Capper will
Yep.
scooch his way towards the. Actually, he's got a light source, so he's getting. He's oof, it's oof. Where there's a light there. You can. This is lit up, right?
Yep. There's a big bowl with some burning coals, and
I think Capra's moving, getting himself a little bit closer to the.
okay,
stairs.
Dugan, you saw in a little bit. It's definitely a place where the lizards do live. There is a very rounded hallway. When you get to this side, you could see that there is another hallway, like a big open space that leaves from this place, and you get the sense that there might have been some stairs up to the north.
Okay.
And there's definitely 2 doors. I know they're kind of hard to see in the map, but there are 2.
Okay, I see them there.
There are 2 doors. A big rack full of weapons. It does look like there have been some offerings made to the statue. It is facing up, like the way that the dragons are. It's facing 12 o'clock. And you do see that there are a couple of bodies and wings and little bloody hats from Fae that have been recently put in front of the big dragon shrine.
Okay. How heavy is that skull, I wonder?
The gargantuan shrine? Or is that thing colossal? It's colossal. Yeah, big fucking shrine. A big skull, baby. Is it scaffold? Or...
Can I use open close on its jaws?
It does not look like the jaws are articulating in any way.
Okay.
If we had a big ass animate, like the priest shows up with a giant animate object spell to make the giant.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
It's painted, and even with its paint job, you can't determine what color the dragon is supposed to be. It's like you're seeing bits and pieces of all colors.
Okay.
Okay. Capper does not have see invisibility out.
Okay.
Dugan's gonna get rid of he's gonna jam the portcullis.
Okay.
So it does not open.
Yeah, give me a disabled device.
Okay, that's.
I think Capper is giving 3 rounds before he's decided that now is the time for the surprise.
It's a 31.
Okay, you jammed it pretty well. The ambush drake that's like 20 feet away, you notice that it woke up. Its nostrils are flaring.
Oh, yeah.
1 or 2 more rounds left.
He's gonna flutter away over here.
Okay.
It should be noted that blind sense doesn't necessarily work on Dugan.
But scent probably does.
Scent does, yes.
Yeah,
Scent
the thing may have just woken up. It kind of curls around as you're moving away, and it just sort of circles around its den.
Scent normally has like a 30-foot range for what do you?
Yeah. There is a winged kobold that is watching the ceremony.
Dugan's just gonna get close enough.
Capra believes Dugan has enough time to disable the thing, so he's walking around the corner and shoot
Shooting shit.
at the corner. He's walking around the corner, Tarantino or Tarantino.
Tarantino, that's Schwarzenegger, pure and simple. Giant gun.
All right, so Capra, you start the surprise round. They are surprised. Dugan, you get to participate in the surprise round.
Okay.
Didi's like, come on, like trying to get everyone to come in. She's not here for the level of murder that some of you others are, or extermination. I'm gonna I'm going to roll initiative. There may be some things on here that you don't
Are
know
not
they're
here right now.
or they're not here right now, or maybe they're all here right now.
Call gets an extra long arms if anybody's interested.
Amadeus will take that.
Fucking yeah, baby.
For him, we call it long face. Also, long face, but it's extra long face.
Long arms is all yours.
No, thank you, sir.
All right, Cog. You don't know what's going on in the surprise round. Didi is saying, "Hey, come on, Capra's starting to shoot." Capra.
Okay. I've got. Is there enough? Like, how much for people with low light vision in this chamber? How much natural light is there?
It's all natural light. These
It's
are big burning braziers.
Okay. We're gonna start shooting at this winged kobold and then go clockwise.
Okay.
I'm assuming that my movement was part of the surprise round, or does it start with me?
No, it'll start with you shooting.
Okay, so I will shoot 3 times. As part of this, like a rapid shot and then a single shot.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna start at winged kobold 2, and we'll see how many we can make not around anymore. Okay, so it is a plus 19 to hit with all the buffs running. And that first one is in the first range increment. AC 28.
That hits a flat-footed winged kobold that doesn't have all of his battle buffs up.
Yep.
He does have his mage armor up because there's
no reason not to. Yeah. I will roll damage. Does he take? I don't think he takes flaming before.
Let's see what this little guy has. In order of the alphabet, he doesn't take. Depends how you spell these things. Acid, cold, fire, shock. It would be electricity.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, he doesn't take cold.
Doesn't take cold.
Yep.
Okay. So that is
or cold resist 5 basically.
8d6 plus.
I'll figure out the other ones while I'm doing this.
Plus 18 plus 6. 54 damage. Is it still up?
And then this guy is electricity resist. 54 damage. Is that from one attack?
Yes.
Okay, little bastard had 44, 56 hit points.
No, neither of those. The extra elemental damage was able to get through the.
Okay, he's got 2 hit points left.
Save or die.
Save or die. Nope.
Okay, he gets.
He's mortally wounded.
AC 27.
That hits the winged kobold.
It's El Ditto. I'm assuming my bonus to hit or my bonus damage is enough to. I'm assuming his con's like 14.
His con is 14.
Yeah, I do 15 plus 46, so I do 19 damage minimum.
Okay. Yeah, you stick 3 arrows into the winged kobold, and he drops the wand that he was holding.
Okay, and now I aim at the one to the north. It's -2 because it's the straight north.
Okay.
Number 1. What's your AC 29.
Yep, you're picking off the the flying spellcasters. Smart.
Yep. Make them not here anymore. So 31 damage. And no. Sorry, what was his element?
His element was fire.
His element was fire? Okay, yeah. Then that is correct. 31 damage.
Okay. 3 arrows. The guy falls. The wand tinkles down. Like there's a hush in the cavern as this wand is sort of going down into the bowl, and then another one screaming as he got hit by an arrow, and this one like going to point and yell in a moment, but it is Slake, the Drakes, all surprise. Amadeus isn't in the surprise round, and then it's Dugan.
Dugan is going to target the kobold with an attack.
The winged one?
Yeah, right in front of him.
Okay. There's a rack of spears behind him.
Yeah, I'll use one of them spears. Perfect. Right in the back. AC 24.
You hit.
Right.
That's his AC flying around with a shield spell up. You hit.
45 points of damage.
Oh god, he's very, very injured with a spear impaled through his back. And then Dugan appears.
Yeah.
He turns around and the spear kind of turns with him. He's looking at Dugan. Dugan, you kept him from yelling. His blood just pouring out of his little kobold mouth as he opens up his mouth. And then I think that's the end of the surprise round.
Were they surprised?
They are surprised. There's sort of a jostle and a jingling of the armor and spears from the kobolds. They're all there for worship.
Until they cluster together. Give them a second to, you know, be
Cog, what are you doing? You hear the sound of violence and the jig is up.
He's gonna drink and move.
Okay. Wow, kobolds rolled well on initiative.
Ah, shit.
The kobolds. What I also learned about mobs is they can do damage to anyone around them. They don't have to go over you like...
No, they've got to reach, yeah.
Oh, they have a threat range.
Yeah, and they do damage at the end of every round to everything that they threaten.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was making them run into you for extra AOs.
I thought you were just like making it harder for us to get away.
Yeah. All right, the kobolds. There's a big dragon thing between them and Capra, so they know that something's happening. They form up, and then they begin to move in this direction.
Oh, look at that! All clustered together, and look at me in a big group of kobolds.
They do have cover behind this big stone thing and the big primitive shrine. They see a little blue guy. I think they're firing sling stones at Dugan. Sling stones and spears start flying your way. Give me a reflex save.
19.
You've got evasion, right?
I do.
You evade all of the missile fire that is ticking off of the walls. Kobolds, no, they've just got out of battle with Fae. The master's pets. This one makes a noise and then comes crashing into the gate that is closed. Beating its head against the gate. It says a single word in draconic. Ouch! Open!
Bad doggy.
And then you hear all sorts of hissing from back here, like it rattling is waking up others. Abomination, don't worry about that. There's Sylvan there.
Why would we? I can't imagine why we'd worry about the abomination.
Nothing terrible is ever called the abomination.
No, ever.
Dee is going to start flying into the room. I think she wants to have a look around. basically putting herself in a good position. She seems wary to approach the obviously religious statue. Capra.
Well, we're going to put our many shot.
Oh, when did my Erd sorcerers go? Damn it. They roll like boop.
So our first attack is going to go against
They're after
the
Dugan
skirmish
too.
for masses.
Damn it.
Then
Okay.
we're going to try to pick off the 2 Erd sorcerers.
Okay. The kobold masses. Their AC is. Where are my troops? With cover, 25.
Okay. 34.
Yeah, you
Do they
pick your targets.
take all the elements?
They do take all the elemental damage.
I shot him with my 10d6 arrow.
Boom! 2 sparking arrows kind of land amongst their group and kind of explode amongst them.
It feels good. 58 damage.
Wow. Okay. That's a significant amount. I'm just going to use this kobold in the back. The troop is still there, but you kill a bunch of kobolds and burn them and
start shooting the other arrows at those Erd sorcerers.
Okay, there's one that's stumbling around, like it's trying to like look at Dugan and
We're aiming for the guy not in front of Dugan.
Okay.
This guy, AC 36.
Yeah, he was in the process of trying to like use his wing to block as to get behind that pillar. I think those are pillars.
28 more damage.
And the arrow went ripping right through his wing, and 28 is enough to incapacitate it.
Okay.
The Erd goes down.
And then we're gonna shoot at the other guy.
Okay, the one who's wearing a spear.
Yep. We're gonna see if we can't cross the spear with an arrow and be all like,
Yep.
ha ha ha. All right. AC 27.
Hits.
28 damage.
Yep, you get him right in the neck with an arrow, and he falls to the ground.
Okay, and then I will take this opportunity to move over here. Reposition.
Okay. Slake hears violence and moves forward. 35 feet, and then 15, and then he's going to climb noisily down the ladder, and then his last move gets him to like the corner here. What the fuck? Hey, Capra!
Yeah.
You people let this sort of shit go on beneath the streets?
This isn't my district. This is another catcher's problem.
That's
We're
right.
here. We're cleaning shit up. Infestation.
That's right. Get mad, Capra. Get mad.
Oh, level of barbarian.
No,
urban
no.
ranger,
Urban barbarian.
urban barbarian for like, I am so fast. I'm so mad.
That's an awesome idea. I don't know if they get the speed bonus though.
They don't get it.
They don't get the speed bonus, but I mean like the dex. Just
The dex,
I'm so
yeah.
angry. I'm so focused. I'm faster.
Yeah, maybe it's Slake's. Slake's gonna make Capra rage after seeing him go to his murderous rage. Slake knows that he's got a rage
Got it
buddy.
in.
Yep.
Just
Yeah, these drakes are starting to come. They're really fast, and they're all banging up against this this portcullis here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them left. Yeah, a bunch of these angry open. They're saying in draconic. They're just smart enough to have a bit of speech, but they're basically trying to batter down the portcullis. They don't like being penned up like this. Amadeus.
Amadeus doesn't want to be left behind. 50.
Your invis with agony has like 15 rounds left in it.
All right. I've got 20 feet of movement left. I just got to adjust. There. He's moving.
Okay. The wizard does not make his presence known if he's even down here. All right, there's yelling. These things.
Why is something making growly sounds in darkness?
Enough of your growly sounds.
I do the same thing, by the way. When you're like, you just when I'm making the map and I'm moving the guys around, and they're like,
Okay, you can hear some guttural talking in draconic, or something that maybe sounds like draconic, kind of back this way. You can't discern exactly what they're saying. The priestess, if she is here, does not make her presence known on the first round of combat. Desaad.
Let's move his ass down there. Where'd he go? Oh, here we go.
Looking like Nighthorn, which is funny.
Yep. How long? What's this drop? How long is this drop? 20 feet?
It's about a 10-foot ladder. Okay. Call it 20 feet of movement.
So 30, 55, and then he moves to here.
Okay. If the dragon is down here, it does not make its presence known. Dugan?
Dugan. No, he's not dead. Yep. He's gonna fly to here. Just gonna check a distance. Oh, I can grab you. He is going to try and lift Kobold Adept number 1.
Yep.
Fort save 19.
These kobolds look like their survival was becoming spellcasters so that they could stay at home.
they're the healers.
They are not wearing any armor, just baggy robes.
Lift him up about 10 feet before launching him into the group.
He gets a fortitude save to avoid?
Yeah.
An 11?
Failed. AC 37.
Who's he going into? Another kobold, or is he going into the
No, he's going into the mob.
Okay. You turn one of their priests into a missile.
Yep. Because respect, you know. 35 damage to both.
Okay, well that kills the kobold that you used as the missile, and then the big mob, you crushed a bunch of them using their own priest. They look rattled by this. Sonny.
Sonny is going to
The ones that were not hit are like cursing in draconic at the ferry. There is a look of fear in their eyes, though.
We fly in, and we're going to land on a piece of chain.
Yep.
You know, like, I'm just a little bat on a piece of chain. Why would you get me?
I like how you try to convince me that you're just an innocent little bat.
Just a little bat.
It's a good reminder, though. Thank you. The Erd sorcerers
Is Tella here?
can't fireball. Is Tella in the initiative? No, we're just gonna move. Give me the D20 for Taylor. What's her initiative mod?
Check that for you. So her initiative is so 15 total, plus 5.
Plus 5. Okay, go ahead and move her.
Okay. She's got expeditious retreat. Oh wait, did she drink it? No, she's drinking expeditious retreat now.
Mhm.
Okay, so she
and then
drinks.
she'll go in her
Yep.
next turn in her order. Actually, it was surprise and then her. Okay. Erd sorcerers and adepts. One of them is flying this way. Two of them are flying this way. All right. These two guys. They come moving over. They see the fairy, and they're both going to bark out a spell called Command, and they're commanding Dugan to fall. Far! Far! Far!
Damn you.
Now, these little kobold adepts aren't very good, but it's 2 will saves DC 13, or your next action is falling.
A moment, if you please.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
But I don't want to fall. That big mob is going to stop.
On its turn, the subject falls to the ground and remains prone for 1 round.
Yes.
That makes them both.
Yeah, the ground is a bad place for someone your size to be, and you're like, no.
No, not happening.
There was power behind their words, and everyone in this room understands at least that much Imperial Common. That may have worked on some of the Fae that they whose remains are adorning the front of this shrine yesterday, but not to this Fae. Langdadrossa, if he's around, he does not come running in the first round of combat. Agony is going to cast Expeditious Retreat and then move forward. And then we're back up to Cog, if you want to.
Yeah, Cog is going to drink a potion. Let's do that one. Boop. And move forward.
I'm right beside you.
Oh. Good. How deep is the is this bowl?
Yeah, it goes down like 20 feet.
Okay. Do you need the ladder, or could you just run up the side if you
can
gotta
run
get
up the
around?
side.
Okay.
Well, it's a bowl, so you probably need the ladder for that first bit. With your acrobatics, you probably Cog probably specifically doesn't need it. Buzzing things, kobolds. Well, these skirmishers have a bit of kick left in them. They see
You big dum dum.
You're high up, right, Duke?
Yeah.
yeah, forcing them to throw things at you. Give me another reflex save, Dugan.
$37.
Nat 20, you evade. Bunch of spears and slingstones are trying to get at you. In their desire to get at Dugan, they have exposed themselves, Capra. They're no longer taking cover from the Master's pets. Nope. Abomination. Nope. Sylvan Acre. Nope. Deity. We're here to save people, right?
Yes, we're supposed to be taking the hostages.
Okay, so Deedee's going to move in. She's going to fire a sleep arrow at one of the adepts. She saw what they tried to do. She hit. It fails its saving throw. It's sleepy.
Yes, sleepy little thing.
And then she appears. Oh! And she'll then fly kind of away. That was Deedee helping. Capra and then Slake.
Capra. So those guys, they are out from cover, and some of them are within a straight shot of me. So does that mean the group is within a straight shot of me, or do I have to?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we're going to make the group not a group anymore.
Disperse the crowd.
Yeah, no, just makes a group no longer as a grouping. AC 26
hits
and critical threat.
It's one way to do it.
And critical hit. And crit. It is a piercing, standard damage. Target drops whatever is held. I don't think that disarms everyone. I think
No,
it's
yeah, I think it's just standard
effect.
damage. There's one guy who's getting pinned to the guy standing beside him that
All
dropped
right,
whatever
so
he's holding.
I've got a double damage and a triple damage, which means I've got 5 times damage. So it is 25d6 plus 9 times 5 is 45. I'm having fun. 6 plus 18. Boom. 159 damage.
Okay. There's a rain of death around you, Dugan Smurf, as Capra unloads with his all-encompassing energy arrows, just shocking and burning kobolds, pinning them to each other. There are 2 kobolds alive because they were in the back.
Boo.
Capra's going to start running around the circle.
Okay. Slake. We're gonna let those fucking things out.
No, we'll kill them later.
Slake's heading down.
Stop talking with his voice, you asshole!
I'm sorry.
Plastic fucking knees.
All right, Slake.
Why you let this happen to me, Capra? Tell him how disappointed you are.
He can't quite get there to attack, so he moves all the way up to this one kobold. Actually, he'll move all the way up to threaten both of them.
What's his move speed again?
35.
Yeah, boy.
Because ever since he moved into the mithril plate, it acts as medium, which means his barbarian and forsaker movement kick in. Okay, Slake just moving in, being a boss. Capra destroying kobold formations. The drakes. Let me check their attack. They can spit. I don't see anyone though.
See Cog. They're all invisible, but Cog's just standing there.
They can spit at 60 feet, so they're smart enough that they could do this circling around with 3 of them, and they're all horking their acidic spew on Cog.
Yep.
These are.
It's a reflex save.
Spitballs that burst into a cloud of acid on impact. 10-foot radius spread.
Is there a reflex save or a touchback?
No, there you get 3 reflex saves. There's a cloud of acid.
Is this a mind affecting ability?
I think Agony's unfortunately getting hit by 2 of them.
He has a +1 from being close to me.
Yep. Agony's reflex save.
24, 22, 23. Look at those rolls. 3, 4, 5.
You evade. And Agony gets a +1 because he's near you. He evades. The clouds are quickly dissipating, but there's like a bunch of acid spew there. They're all hopping up on each other. The other dragons are getting in closer. You might have even more of them spitting from their cage. Amadeus.
He's going to avoid the acid cloud. That he is no longer needed here. That's open. He's going to just run across. Here. And that's a bit too far. You can get up to there.
Okay, bounding in are some lizard men like things. There's a little cluster of 6 of them that are running in. They look like they're wielding axes and spears, wooden shields. There is a weird, like this green smoke coming out of gills in their necks.
They had garlic rolls for dinner.
Desaad?
Let's see. Well, let's not fuck with the drakes, because fuck that shit. He's moving this way. Actually, Slake's down there, huh? Yeah, let's get in there. Okay, so here, he's moving up to work with Slake. So 45 from there. These are all dead. He comes right up to these guys, and then he's going to cut one of them down with a sword. Where's the bard song, Deity? Come on, get a fucking program. 14.
Did he escape? I don't know.
Hello, boys. Not 20.
Okay, you use your devilish sword to cut down a kobold.
27.
Critical hit.
Crit.
I think that means the target's confused.
I'm pretty sure he's going to die. This
he-
is slashing, so 1d8 bleed plus a reduced critical damage.
All right.
So singular damage against a kobold.
Slashing.
This is just a kobold foot soldier. So
Yeah.
This is Bob. Bob the kobold.
No, I'm just getting it's a D10 plus 2 plus all the other crap. So 2.
You attacking two-handed?
Oh, yeah.
Time and a half strength.
Yep.
I don't think there's a bard song yet.
Another bard's
4,
song.
5, 7, 8, 9. Plus 9. I think I'm screwing myself. 26 damage.
Okay, the kobold.
Oh, double that. Another 9, so 34 damage.
Okay, the kobold had 20
Fine.
hit points, including his con. So you cut his head open. The other one's like startled. Taylor.
Okay, Taylor's gonna move in. She gets down. So 60 moves in again. Moves again. She sees a. Can she see anything from there?
Yeah.
Just 65 moves.
There.
So she can oh, she sees those drakes. She's gonna see.
She could see. You could see this bunch of. Well, it's cover. You can see a bunch of the lizard men coming running.
She moves. She moves up to. She moves up along this edge.
Okay.
Okay. So that's her.
All right. The dragon, if he's here, it's been 12 seconds since you've rudely entered the place. It does not show up. Dugenschmurf. Flying around.
He's gonna move there. He's going to pick up the sleeping guy.
Okay. He gets no save. Well, it's a fort save? Yeah, he still gets a fort save. All right, my adept gets a 7 on its fort save.
Nope.
It's still sleeping when you launch it.
Yep.
Zoom.
See 27
On whom?
on the other adept.
Okay.
Actually, he lifts him up and mimics them. Slams him into him.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
The attack roll was 27
Yeah, that hit.
and 31 damage to both.
They both die. Oh. Was that magic? Now it's magic. Sonny. Slake's looking around. I got them.
Speaking of magic, Sunny, just being a bat, might cast detect magic and point it at the giant fuck off skull in the middle of the room. And is it a big skull or what do you?
Sonny, with your detect magic, and given that you're kind of a weird blending of divine and natural magic and arcane magic, you pick up something else. Like, yeah, you think this thing has been enchanted, and there may be some sort of spell that has been cast on this particular thing. You do pick up an aura. The aura is evocation that is coming off of the primitive bone and leather shrine and kind of an area around it.
Okay.
You think that this little doldrum at the bottom of the bowl is actually unholy ground. There's something oppressive about the place where blood sacrifices have been made, and how this giant shrine dominates this room.
Okay, we're gonna trade on the spell.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Erd casters. This one comes around the corner.
Shit.
Sees a group of you.
The fuck?
He's gonna launch a fireball at Slake and Dugan.
The bastards.
Unfortunately, it hits one of its buddies, but who cares?
They have a kind of a caste system thing going on. He's got wings and fireballs, and they don't.
Yep. All right, the fireball bursts around the statue. Oh, I forgot to add one more d6 because it's Volcanica. This is Volcanica. 24 damage, reflex save, DC 17. Slake automatically takes it. The kobold burns next to his god's shrine, and the Desaad
Evades.
You evade, and then somebody want to roll for Doog?
Sure, he is a kick-ass.
He evades as well.
He evades awesomely.
There, you could hear more chittering and chattering as this place is starting to wake up. These two will fly to about here. But they are invisible. Let's see if there are any more. Did I populate?
Both of my characters can see invis.
Okay, I don't know if you're in a position to see way the hell down there, but...
Oh, okay. No. Where's Cog? Cog can?
Okay. Langdadrossa, if he is here, does not appear. 12 seconds into your 15 seconds into your attack. Agony of Coals is going to run forward to get away from these ambush drakes. Those are a problem.
Watch out, they spit.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to start.
Leave them where they are. Deal with them later.
Expeditiously moving. It's one move. 2 moves. moving all the way around the bowl. Those who see Invis can see Agony like looking at the leather at the shrine, like he seems almost fixated on it. He goes like this. Sunny, you saw a little tendril of magic going towards Agony, kind of out of the forehead of the shrine, like just this little sort of like wispy tendril of magic heading towards Agony.
Do I know how long it'll take to get to him?
No, it seemed to like lash out at him. Like when he went like this, like something touched him or touched his mind.
Get out of there.
Violet things. Cog.
Okay, Cog saw that thing casting, so he's gonna.
I'm spending a DM point. Something's happening to Agony right now. He seems to have dropped his guard and is clutching his head.
Okay.
Trying to run up to this thing. Run up to the lip of this.
Okay, Cog, no problem. You're a monk and you run across the bowl and up the other side.
How high is this thing flying?
5 feet off the ground.
Right, we're right at its feet. Right at its head. I don't do anything because that's all my move.
Okay. It does not like you being there. Buzzing things, not yet. Kobolds. A whole group of them come streaming out of this side area, and they got all the way up to Cog, and they're starting to fling things at you.
AOs.
You do get an AOO, but they're going to do automatic damage to you.
It's fine. I hit. So 32 or something.
Yeah, you start punching these kobolds. They're all coming out towards you. There's a stream towards them. Picture Lord of the Rings fighting goblins. They're just all over the place.
Oh, Cog, yeah. So it's this plus this.
Another mob of kobolds have come to defend their lair and their god.
10, 11. Okay, so 16 plus that. 29 damage.
Okay, you take 14. They take 29. Little bastards have some bite to them. They're hitting you with spears.
This place right here.
Yeah, they came up through the stairs and they're just pouring out. They're just pouring out of the back.
Bastards. 14 damage. Okay.
That one got roasted by a fireball. Dugan, a flying Erd came around the corner and fireballed Dasad, you, and Slake. Slake took all the damage, but it healed him. And then both you and Dasad, both Dugan and Dasad evaded. And cool. There's something happening to Agony. If you can see Invis, Sunny is noticing that there's a tendril of magic that has whipped out from the shrine and is now bothering Agony. Master's Pets, Abomination. Nope. Sylvan Acre. No one from the Sylvan Acre is in a position who, if there are survivors, they are not in a position to help. Deity. Deity does not have See Invis up. The fight is going. She's going to turn Invis and then move forward. Capra and Slake.
Capra. So Cog is getting beat to piss by a big pack of kobolds. And then there's a guy who was casting spells like a big jerk butt.
Yeah, there's a jerk butt flying above the mob.
Is Cog threatening him currently or no?
Yep. Yes, I am.
Okay, so Capra is going to disperse the mob.
Just from downtown here.
Just like, hey.
Kind of picking away at the edges of the mob, and they're all falling into like this sewery area